1, 2, 3. Take a deep breath in. And slowly exhale. If I had 3 minutes where the whole world would listen, I would teach them about my religion, how with it all things are possible. I would snicker at the clever use of a synonym to avoid a colossal insult. Yo, I've never found a difference in our walks. I refuse to support the opinions of minions who have conjured empires sustained by greed, trying to fit in the glimpse of naive imaginations. All you need is faith the size of a mustard seed. No amount of doubt would intervene. Yo, I worry your perceptions have been deceived by more or less moralist tales, the points you would fail to prevail. Every time I see a post on my social media telling me about a trial someone has faced, I still have this inkling to celebrate, because I know on the other side of that obstacle there is a sight of something so beautiful. Knowing that yet again you have been shown that you can always overcome the things that you have come to experience, only to know that it had nothing to do with you. We have all been put in these positions, these heinous predicaments where someone has taken from us, only allowing us to think we have been taken from, but not ever taking a moment to realize we're being taken to something, being put in position to receive something more, and not understanding that as long as we hold on or hold fast, we never really understand the loosening of our grasp. But if you would just take note of the passing of aggressions, when you no longer have to detect the notions of people who have continuously taken from you but always placed you in position to continuously receive, you get to a space of this clarity, and it's piercing, that silence, that peace. To know that this piece was a little rendition of something I've, spit before, because it's already been written. But sometimes it's in the moments of really translating that we allow ourselves to transform. Love is the religion I practice. I laugh at the fools who act like the rules weren't meant to control them, as though high men weren't broken. They've been as sodomized by true lies as rape victims unwillingly sacrificed the points their faith has been compromised. Yo, you don't have to ever feel these things that have happened to you were happening to you. You were just experiencing an experience and you took it personally. But if you allowed yourself to really take a step back and understand that this was just an experience for you to witness, because, well, they say perception is reality. How realistic is your perspective if your view is skewed by your point of view? Life is 10% what happens to you. It's 90% how you respond. And for those of us who don't understand, we can go back to the beautiful words of Grandma Daisy. When you do good, you go up, up, up. And no matter how many times they've tilted your cup or allowed it to overflow with the lies they've told, you know the truth. And so there's no reason that you should ever have to accept those things. And, yesterday I was so critical of myself and the show that I allowed myself to just erase it. And I took it off the internet because I didn't think it had any substance. I literally just denied my gifts. But those who had the option to watch because they saw it, well, I pray that it did something for your spirit, because it certainly did for mine. And I'm really appreciative that I have the option of saving the video. And I know, well, if you would like to know what I said, send me a message and ask. Because in most times we get to these places where we don't know if we're giving what's needed or if we're just releasing. And I figure if I offer, maybe it'll have more weight. Like how the other day I decided to say yes to the invitation to sit on Zoom for hours with women from all over, just to connect and feel love. And I did this poem for them, and someone was so touched that they reached out to someone who invited them to it, that they asked me to do it again for them on their podcast last night. And not once did I even consider if there was a value that I could ask to be offered, but I just said yes. And this morning I received a Cash App donation of 300 dimes to my organization, because they heard a message from me and learned about the works that I do. Because when I said I was ready for my purpose, God just showed out. And I don't want to do on the internet what I used to do in open mic spaces, like just let my words die in the small corners of those rooms. And I would hate to waste my gift in spaces that are of no use. but I know I have something for you. So when you're ready to receive,